my
Okay.
my game down so that you guys don't hear it.
Yeah, so I restarted the stream so I can record it, and then I'm going to download the VOD for the other one and upload that. And let me just play capture. There it is. And let me just...
I gotta move.
Huh?
Hold on, let me just move my drawing tablet and my microphone. It's gonna get really loud in a moment here. There we go. Now my voice is clearer, maybe? I don't know, I'm probably just a bit louder, that's all.
I'm going to...
Okay.
I will kill all of my co-hosts.
You can't kill me.
Just a guest star, not a co-host.
I already go by skeleton.
Fuck. God damn it.
And you cannot kill me.
You can try.
Can't kill what's already dead.
I'm not dead.
I am.
I'm a virus.
Oh,
That means I was
dang.
never
You're
alive.
dying.
So we can cure you.
God damn it, it's really hot in here. I'm at least gonna open a window.
I don't think you can kill a virus. I think you can stop a virus, but I don't think you can kill a virus.
This is true.
There's sunlight in my room, which is fucking disgusting.
Oh, whoa, so nice.
Oh, fucking...
Biologically, we have a lot of good leeway. Like, our DNA has a whole bunch of blank spaces where if code is inserted, it's sort of like, nah, it's fine, don't worry about it. There's like freaking long strings of DNA where it's just like the letter A repeated over and over and over.
So what you're saying is that we're like a Super Mario World ROM?
Yeah. I don't know that
Roxy
reference for
over
sure.
and over says, "What's happening?"
Oh, fuck. Hey. Hey, over. Hang on. We're going to stream Homestuck, finally. Sky has decided that she doesn't want to join us.
I have also decided not to join. Goodbye, everyone.
Yes. Yes, this is the epilogues. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. But I did try to make this abundantly clear that this is what we were streaming. That's what we're doing here. We're streaming the epilogues.
Yeah, I believe we're gonna try to finish it.
We're gonna try to finish it today. That's why we were starting at noon.
Leave me alone.
Except
I
me.
got confused.
Well, actually, I'm not streaming. I'm actually streaming Minecraft. Sorry, everyone.
I'm playing Animal Crossing.
I'm clipping my toenails.
God damn it.
Nah, I'm ready. I'm actually ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of my nail clippers.
Okay. We're gonna start. We're gonna fucking finally get this show on the goddamn road.
Alright, then let's go! Meet, or no, Candy 31.
31.
John, I
God
need
damn
to
it.
see! How do I get back?
I was gonna fucking... Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I have to do one thing. I have to do one thing. It's really short. Don't
I'll
give me a
kill
moment.
you.
No, hold on. No, I'm serious. Give me a moment.
I don't
It's
think
even
I can
worse that
convey
you're
how
serious
fucking
and
bad
not
I am.
memeing.
God, this is exactly like when we kept getting interrupted last time.
Sorry, I had to
So
put on
mad.
lo-fi beats.
I started,
and, like,
okay?
Here's the thing. The moment we stopped, like, the interruptions stopped as well.
We're not stopping.
Can't
Okay.
stop, won't stop.
Go.
So...
Go.
Meet
I
or
said
Candy
my lines.
31.
John, I need to see. How do I get back?
John looks up to see one of Jane's recon ships flying overhead. Aside from the encroaching fleet, the blue sky is seamless and calm. The hole that Vriska came through was already sealed up.
I don't think you can go back. I have no idea what the exact scientific mechanism behind falling out of the sky is, but so far it's proven to be a one-way trip.
No!
Welcome to Earthsea. Haha. It
Fucking.
sucks.
Vriska releases her vice grip on John's arm so that she can cradle her head between her hands.
Oh my god, this is the worst thing that could have possibly happened to me.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am absolutely. Wait, why are you so?
Vriska gestures
So-
Vriska
There were
gestures
two so's.
wordlessly at John's entire body. Then she leans in closer to study his face, squinting with suspicion.
John, are you old?
Yeah, I'm 70 years old. Sorry, everyone. A little, I guess. I mean, I'm going to live forever, apparently, so in that respect, I'm still pretty young. But compared to the average human lifespan, I'm like about 3/8 of the way dead.
That's a way of putting it.
Vriska runs both hands down her face, leaving long, dark streaks of blood.
I can't be here.
So is he like 30? 40?
No, yeah, they were
40.
40.
He's in his
We
40s,
read them
yeah.
in the last one.
Okay, to me that would be like 4/8 of the way dead, but whatever. Okay, don't worry about it. Vriska. Wait. Actually, I guess I shouldn't call you that. It might get confusing.
What?
Well, see, Rose and Kanaya's daughter is also named Vriska.
What?
And since you didn't come to Earthsea with us, that means technically she was here first. So that would make you left bracket Vriska, right bracket question mark?
That's fucking unacceptable.
Sorry, but I think that's probably just how it has to be.
John. Oh my god, her fucking name is in parentheses now.
Yeah.
John, you accused me of talking nonsense, but you're the one not making any damn sense. Where am I? Why are you old? Why do Rose and Kanaya have a daughter named after me?
Oh, it's because they thought you sacrificed your life heroically, defeating Lord English. So they found a baby clone of you and named her in your honor. Personally, I thought the whole thing sounded like,
Bullshit.
but, you know, whatever makes them happy.
John shrugs. Vriska remains frozen in her expression of horror, mouth agape. In the distance, the troll defenses take a shot at the human recon vessel. Vriska doesn't flinch at the sound of a sonic cannon blasting off behind her. She slowly peels her hands from her face and glares at John as one of her eyes twitches at the corner.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard!
Yeah, I know. I tried to tell them. Man, it's been a while since we've agreed on something, hasn't it? So, not to be nosy, but did you defeat Lord English?
Of course not! Why do you think I'm so desperate to get back? The battle was hitting its climax when I got hit in the head with...
Vriska paws at her head wound, fingers numb and vision blurry.
whatever the fuck it was that hit me in the head!
She sways on her feet. John tries to steady her, but she slaps his hands away.
Whoa. Do you want to see a doctor for that or something?
No! I want to know what the fuck is going on!
Okay. Sure. So, about 15 years ago, Jane started spreading all this xenophobic propaganda about trolls, and eventually she and her corporation became so entrenched in the financial dealings with basically every societal institution with power on Earthsea that she became this unstoppable lobbying monolith that can more or less tell the government what to do. So now she may as well be writing all of these xenophobic policies into law directly. Oh, Jane's a huge xenophobe, by the way. I probably should have started out with that.
John, This story fucking sucks.
Oh, and then Karkat had this really catastrophic breakup with Jade and Dave, so he ran off to spearhead a troll rebellion against the xenophobic government. To be honest, the rebellion was pretty lame in the beginning, but then, Mina?
Mina?
Yeah, Mina. She fell out of the sky like you just did and helped them actually get good at revolutionary stuff. So now both sides are all maxed out with spaceships and weapons and stuff, and are on the brink of war.
Holy shit! That's even dumber than Rose and Kanaya naming their shitty kid after me.
Oh man, their kid is.
Shitty.
You have no idea.
How the hell did you all fuck this up so much?
Oh. That's my bad.
Your bad?
Yeah, I made the wrong decision and totally blew it.
How?
I was supposed to go fight Lord English, but I didn't. So now we've gone beyond, like, the event horizon of canon.
What the fuck does that even mean?
John sighs and sweeps an arm across the landscape. The sky darkens as the first of the troll fleet soars onto the front line.
I don't know, really. Rose explained Rose explained it all to me once, but I pretty much forgot what she said. I didn't actually think it was that important at the time. All I know is that all of this is my fault. It's been turning around in my head like this for a while, I thought. Why is everything here
Fucking.
suck so much? How the hell do we even make it from point A to point festering cluster?
Fuck.
Doesn't follow any kind of logic I understand or any sort of basic sense that I have about who we are as people and why. Why have we all ended up so unhappy and twisted up? I got everything I wanted. Everyone we got that what I thought they wanted. And that's just it, isn't it? The more I think about it, I'm the only factor that matters to anything. Whatever I did or didn't do just destroyed reality's ability to, like, substantiate itself or whatever. Like, there's a bug in the operating system of whatever force in this world that regulates cause and effect. Everything's been unraveling. Nothing that happens makes sense anymore, and now I'm the only person out here who's even real at all.
Wow. I've never seen a guy get his bulge all the way down his own swallow chute before.
Wait. What?
Good fuck. Do you actually think reality gives that much of a shit about you? Get real, Egbert. It's not like you're me.
Okay. Well, that's fair, I guess. But whatever it was that caused this, it's pretty obvious that all of this is just kind of dumb and fake. So don't worry about it.
I kind of have to worry about, it, considering you just explained to me that I'm trapped here.
It.
Look at it. Why does
I
the
see
sentence
it.
cut off like that?
I see it. I'm not saying it because you said it. I'm saying it because they said it.
Yeah, why? Why would they do that? I kind of have to worry about it, considering you just explained to me that I'm trapped here.
Nah, it's fine. It'll all work out. Or it won't. It doesn't really matter either way.
Rizka clenches her hands into fists so tight her nails draw blood and hisses out a long, vicious expletive. Around her, the ground begins to shake as the human fleet of batter panzers roll out from the edge of the city and take position.
So we should probably get out of here soon, or not. We're both god tier, so as long as we don't do anything cool or evil, I guess we'll be fine and not permanently die. It's almost like the god tier rules were designed to reward for being useless pieces of garbage.
Shit.
I think I get it now. Yeah, I'm skipping over it, don't worry about it. I think I get it now. It's a pretty good joke, actually. Nice.
Fuck!
Oh, hey, that reminds me. Did you ever see Terezi out there?
No? Why would I have seen Terezi? Didn't she go with the Striders to fight 600 versions of Jack or something?
Yeah, well, yeah, but then later she went back out there to find you. Bracket Vriska Bracket. She searched for you for years. I mean, years from my perspective at least. I don't know about hers. But we used to talk sometimes. It was...
Fuck.
How sad she was without you. I don't even know what happened to her. Last time I talked to her, she thought she was about to die. For a long time, I'd like to pretend that maybe you two found each other after all. But if you're here now and she isn't, that means... who knows what it means.
Wow, John. You sound pretty broken up about this. Were you in love with her or something?
John laughs sadly.
Well, I don't know. So, what does it even matter? Like everything else, it was just some more stupid crap that happened, which technically wasn't even canon.
Oh my fucking god. I can't take this anymore!
Vriska screams in frustration and throws her arms in the air. Her piercing voice can be heard over the roar of 100 war freighter engines. The bulk of Karkat and Mina's fleet has just arrived. Their ships are less sleek and imposing than Jane's, most of them having been scavenged, patchworked, and jury-rigged. But they're numerous enough to blot out the sun when they coast overhead.
I don't care about whatever the fuck canon is supposed to be. I don't about your dumb, unrequited crush on Terezi. I don't care about this stupid, pointless war. Someone get me the hell out of this fucking nightmare before I really lose my shit.
Whoa, hey, let's all calm the motherfucker down.
Oh my god!
John and Vriska both turn to see a gangly figure emerging from the dust, kicked up by Jane's tank platoon. Platoon. Gamzee's hair is caked with dirt. His makeup is smudged, and he's sucking on his milk. I thought he didn't have that. I thought that was still.
Yeah, he dropped it and it broke. What the hell? Does he have a backup?
Probably. He put it in his bulge thing.
Ah, no.
I guess I will have to be keeping a note of this. Fuck. This is awful. Anyway, he's sucking on his milk bottle in the style of some smooth hombre in a spaghetti western mouthing a cigar. He tugs the rubber nipple out of his mouth with a pop. The chalky, vicious milk forms a goatee of spittle on his chin.
So,
God,
how
visceral!
Why isn't Gamzee purple again?
Oh, you mean on my screen?
That's what they're asking from the stream
anyway. That's because I use a plugin on Firefox that makes it so my pages are dark. Here's the real page. See, he's purple. But I don't like looking at this light theme. I hate looking at bright things, so I'm just gonna keep him like this.
Actually, Gamzee's just white now.
Oh no, Gamzee, white boy.
Hang on.
Oh,
You have to go back. Read that
he totally
part.
would be some stoner white boy.
Oh god.
I looked up
favorite...
Homestuck Gamzee, and I just found like a million fucking white dudes.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
wait. Is his favorite character in Scooby-Doo Shaggy?
Oh my god.
Is that who he looks up to?
Please don't.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep...
Okay. Vriska, my main bitch. A long time no see. You seem all discombobulated there, sister. Just fucking beset with the poorly regulated emotions that cause a motherfucker nothing but pain. Now let's calm the fuck down.
No,
Take
I don't.
rips off this dope bottle of fresh ass titty dairy, then shoot the wicked shit about the good word.
The good word?
It be called redemption, motherfucker. And you gotta get that shit locked all tight in where your heart's at to get your moral compromisations to chill the fuck up. Cause I can't think of a single another motherfucker who could use a righteous dope of that sweet, sweet redemption right down the shame hatch more than Vriska motherfucking circuit. Honk. Randy, do you want to take over for regular narration?
I can do that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you kindly.
Vriska Bracket casts a wide glare at the intruding clown with steely,
Merciless eyes.
Slowly, she stalks towards him, her feet pressing so heavily in the soft earth she might as well weigh 1,000 pounds. Gamzee suckles at his bottle and beams at her with the complacency of a man perfectly oblivious to the one-way ticket to the world of shit his bag mouth just brought for him.
Bag mouth?
Fuck. Big mouth. Big
Should
mouth.
I read that?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
How dare you mention Big Mouth, the cartoon?
You're the one who mentioned it.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know.
god, look at that fucking parentheses V.
Long time no see.
Oh my god.
Hang on.
Don't forget to change the candy thing.
I'm not there yet. I have to rate it.
I know, but I'm just reminding you because you kept forgetting last time.
Okay, well, thank you, Huntin.
You're welcome.
To me, the idea of Gamzee's voice is gross, but then you said, thank you kindly, and I just realized that Gamzee's voice is just a cowboy voice.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't like this revelation. It hurts me. I'm in pain. I've been poisoned.
With a gold tooth?
Yuck!
Poisoned with a gold tooth, even? Yee honk.
Oh.
I'm gonna give this a yee honk out of 2.
Oh my! Good night. Good night.
What
So-
more is sentient than clowns and cowboys?
I'm back to clipping my nails.
I give this chapter Yee Honk out of 2 as well.
I give this chapter a I wanna fucking die.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give this like a...
I think that's all home stuff for me.
I'm giving this a 0.5 out of 2. It wasn't that great. Pretty unremarkable.
How do you say the Vriska in the brackets?
You just say Vriska.
Bracket, Vriska, bracket.
I did.
That's what I did.
Or if you want to go the more interesting route, you can whisper it. Be like, and that's what that.
Bracket Vriska.
Who the fuck is mowing their lawn?
Not me.
Why does this sound like it's coming from my yard? I know that nobody is doing it on my yard.
Well, it's not me. I mean,
Not my yard.
No one could ever mow my yard.
I have to mow my yard. I don't want to mow the yard.
Look, I just think it's unlikely that my dad would mow the lawn.
I don't know, he got you popcorn, and I never thought he'd do that.
That's true. Fair enough.
Happy
I mean,
413,
look,
everyone. It's
Quarantine is
413.
changing everyone.
Happy
I
413.
think it's more likely that he made himself popcorn and then didn't want it and then gave it to you.
Honestly.
Happy
Yeah, I think he
413.
thought I was watching
Happy
the movie.
413. Happy 413.
Because he has given
Now
me
it's
popcorn
414.
before. Happy
It's 414
413.
now.
4:30.
I just
You see the
realized
joke was-
where
It's that it was 4:13 p.m. That was the joke.
when I get to the end of this album, is it gonna loop back to the beginning? I wonder. I kind of hope
Just
it
like the
does. 'cause
true ending of Homestuck.
The true ending of Homestuck just loops back to the beginning, yeah. I'm pretty sure at some point, like, the end did link back to the beginning. I feel like that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double Moby Street Round.
No, I mean, like, there was a link that led back to the first page.
Yeah, from the credits.
Fair enough, I guess.
No clue
All
why.
one fucking
It's not like-
stable loop.
there's no thematic to it. It just sort of loops.
Yeah,
back
that
to
would have
the
been nice if
original.
there was something thematic to it. Too bad.
Not really. I don't want to think about that. I know a lot of people used to theorize that the Homestuck house and stuff like that was representative of like all of Homestuck, and like so when the kids get trapped in it, they repeat Homestuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Remember-
would
Man.
be cool.
I remember people talking about them being brought to the real world, and I was just like,
What do you mean the
can't
real
do
world?
that without making definitive statements on what these people's, you know, like race and body builds are, because you inherently have to cast people to play them, and that means that whatever you do for that makes them the definitive versions of those characters in a real life setting.
You're not thinking.
That.
Well, actually, here's the thing. They're all CG models.
They could do that.
They
I
have
would be
the
fine
money
with
for it.
that. I would be happy with that.
They don't have the money for it. They didn't have the money to make Hiveswap in 3D, so
Yeah.
you know. And what a shame. I still have this like I don't have the models for it, but I have like gifs of the original models, like animations that someone made. They're really cool,
Huh.
but never used. I'll post them.
Yeah. We should get started on 32.
Yes.
So, Candy, 32.
Brasket! Brisket!
Yes, call her Brisket.
Oh, yeah, no,
Brisket.
you know, that one.
Brisket.
Brasket grabs Gamzee by the front of his shirt and yanks him down, her hot, furious breath brushing his disgusting face.
Oh no, it's a
I said to you, you gotta chill, yo. It's high time you got your redemption on. See, you got to make some motherfucking amends to your tragic backstory.
My what?
Okay.
Brasket looks into his eyes. She beholds his serene expression and his casual sag of his shoulders. His posture is so contemptibly
You got it.
flaccid. It's as if he's literally wilting. Her gaze travels to where his weird, long fingers are wrapped around the curve of her shoulder. His
If you're
hand
leaving
is-
by over, sorry.
Okay.
You just
His
said,
hand is sticky for some reason. She notices a few strands of her black hair clinging to whatever heinous substance is coating his hand. It's an image so viscerally objectionable to her that she nearly vomits. After all she's been through today, this is the last goddamn straw. Her eyes fill with fury, with indignation, with vivid radiating malevolence, and then it finally happens. She just plain fucking snaps.
Don't you dare.
Brasket clenches her fists together and slams them into Gamzee's nose, a brutal double axe handle right off the hook. His nose makes a crunching sound like someone just stepped on a pile of crackers. He stumbles backwards, cupping his palms over his face to catch a gush of blood.
Fucking touch me.
Brasket grabs him under the armpit and delivers a European-style uppercut with her bloody elbow.
Oh, hell
It
yes.
spells a wheezy, guttered honk. It comes out slowly, mournfully, like a broken bike horn getting backed over near the wheel of a hearse.
Ever!
I need to take a sip of loud. She spins out from under his flailing arms and does a full 360-degree pirouette off the fucking handle to deliver a
Oh
ruthless
my.
knife chop straight to the cartilage at the center of his chest, like a veteran butcher getting down to business.
Again!
Gamzee tries to get his bearings, but Brasket's spinning back in the other direction with a discus back elbow. Her elbow connects with his cheekbone hard enough that it shatters. A sharp tooth goes falling out of his puckered lips so fast that John has to take a flight to avoid it. Brasket takes a crow's hop back, grounding herself to swing a lead-legged kick right into his chin. Gamzee goes flying into a nearby tree. The first branch splinters under the impact of his spine. He gets clotheslined backward by the second one, spins around it, and face plants on a hard root under the tree. John winces, but not sympathetically. The impact was just that rough. That had to crack a rib or two. Brasket stalks over to Gamzee and triumphantly lifts him off the ground, high above her head, only to drop him and slam her knee into his face again. His lip splits, staining her jeans bright purple. He's rolling from side to side on the ground, groaning as blood bubbles up from his mouth. It sounds like he's drowning. Brasket drags him to his feet again, her hands fisted in his shirt. With an impressive maneuver, hard for the eye to follow, unless you're a trained wrestler. She
What? Adroitly
twists a hand in his hair and reverse hangmans him against the tree branch.
Honk!
Why won't you just?
She slams his throat against the branch again and again. Each time he lets out a sound like a damaged squeeze toy. His bloated, slimy tongue unspooling like a frog as all the air in his is crushed out of esophagus.
Die!
Shouting like a berserker, Brasket perpetuates a textbook
Groinal claw hold.
And Gamzee around Gamzee's codpiece and rips it right the fuck off. He yells as if he had actual testicles to be mauled.
I hate
and
this.
for
Fuck
all
this.
anyone knows, maybe he really does. He paused the air desperately and fecalously after his treasured purple dick sock.
Recklessly
But
after his
Brasket tosses it over her shoulder and shoves him into the mud with her heel. She grabs Gamzee by the hood, pulls him up, and grinds the top of her shoe along the ridge of his broken nose, rubbing her laces into his eyes. Her shoe along the ridge of his... Wait, shit. Yes, John pauses his wince to admire the good old bootlace eye rake. Jake loved that one back in the day, even though he had much more practice with the receiving end of it. Gamzee grabs Brasket's foot by the bridge instead of yanking her off balance. He opens his huge bloody maw. Oh no.
I hate
Of
this.
a mouth and runs his tongue along the bottom of her shoe.
Yo, dog, this is gonna be a 0. It's slowly approaching a -2.
Brasket freezes. She watches him lap the mud
Oh shit, there's lyrics in this.
and his own blood out from between the grooves of the sole. His lips drag lewdly over the ridge of her footwear and begin sucking at where her big toe would be. If it were not safely enclosed in several layers of rubber and canvas, he draws back a string
Gluttonous tinted saliva.
Okay, yeah. Gluttonous tainted saliva connecting the shoe to his lip and catches Brasket's eyes with his own half-lidded gaze. His face is bruised, bloody, swollen. His makeup is a nightmarish disaster, but the expression he's giving her is unmistakable. It's not fear, not rage, not even pain. It's
No! No! You are not allowed! Stop being horny!
Brasket feels perfectly still absolutely paralyzed by the sudden recognition. For several seconds, she doesn't dare move a muscle. Then, quite suddenly, Brasket reaches a plateau of rage so intense, so pure, that she isn't even seeing straight anymore. She howls like a storm cresting over the ocean, drowning out the sound of the human government's tanks firing their first volley over the battlefield. She lunges at Gamzee's catastrophic face, lips first, practically dives into his mouth.
What? No.
He was
No.
gaping
You know
on
what?
like
No.
she's-
We're done with this chapter. We're not reading the rest of it. We're done with this chapter. We're moving on. No. I will end the fucking stream. I will end the fucking stream. This is not a joke. This is a real threat.
Groping, tearing.
Okay, I'm over the end stream button. I'm about to click it.
We're gonna keep going. We made a promise. We were gonna read the whole thing.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
getting
what
the
a
very
finish
first
today.
-3.
Gamzee's
Okay.
unwashed stench is
That
so
went
bad,
from
the motion of him
bad to
being knocked
worst
into
to the worst fucking chapter in the entire thing.
I really
Gamzee's
want Brisket to keep beating him up.
Gamzee's unwashed stench is so bad, the motion of him being knocked into the dirt wafts into John's direction. Stink hits him like an olfactory haymaker, and he does a full 180 to dry heave into the impact crater. Mercifully, John's attention is caught by someone calling his name from above. He has never felt so grateful for an excuse to look away from anything in his life. There, I finished it quickly for you.
I hated that. I gave this a -3 out of 2,
But don't forget,
and my
Well, there's
review.
still somebody needs to say, okay, John, up here. I need to speak with you.
Whatever.
now
Please.
I hated that. That was truly fucking terrible. It has given the first -3. On here.
I've
That
been waiting for this chapter.
for that
It's
one.
not the first time we've had something like this happen,
Absolutely.
though.
This is particularly bad. Okay.
This was the
Okay.
moment I was hoping to see what would happen in this chat room that we're in right now.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. Yeah, exactly what I thought was going to happen happened, which was anger, disgust, and anger.
Anger, disgust, fear. A lot of
Oh,
fear.
All I'm saying is, do you guys remember when, back in, like what is it, Act 5? Like, when Iradiabot was a thing, and she found out that Equius had programmed her to love him, and they ended up kissing after she pulled out her heart?
Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm just saying, if that was written, I'd have the same reaction.
Yeah.
No, I had the same reaction when I read it that first time. So like, you know.
I mean, that was still
It's
pretty
not
bad.
a first.
It was still awful, regardless.
So yeah, that was genuine. That was definitely worth giving it the first -3. Yeah.
Honestly, what do you expect? It's Homestuck. They did it with Iradiabot. Like, this is Homestuck.
No, this is worse than the usual.
No, it's only worse because it's been on so long that it's like we know the character so much more, and it feels so much more like a betrayal now.
Yeah.
This okay.
Oh,
The
wait,
thing
here's
is-
the other thing, too.
Okay.
It would be a lot easier to look at if there were pictures instead.
Oh,
because
no,
it's
I
all
do
text
not
and
want a
described
picture.
Because it's
Randy.
all text and described very well, we're
You wanted
in our
visuals.
heads much more.
Hey, Ranny.
Hmm?
Ranny, do you want to see a picture of Gamzee licking Vriska's shoe? Is that what you're saying you want? I'll kill
It would
you.
Make it look funny.
I would probably have laughed a lot harder if I'd
Yes,
seen it.
see what I mean?
Honestly.
Easier to take if there were pictures instead.
But that's the same way for the Iradiabot thing. That's why I stressed that if it had been written down, I would have had the same reaction to the Iradiabot Equius thing that I'm having to this right now.
I'm living
This
in a
is
fucking.
classic Homestuck.
I'm living
this
in a
is
fucking
classic
nightmare
Homestuck.
world.
This is classic Homestuck.
So you said you want an image?
Oh my god, thank
No,
you.
no, absolutely
Please
not.
and thank you.
Absolutely
Please
not.
and thank you. Please and thank you.
Yeah, John, please.
Give me a minute.
This
Good
is classic
fucking
Homestuck.
god, that was so much worse than I was expecting. What was I expecting?
I don't
I
know.
knew
this
this
is
was- I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't know like how viscerally it would be described.
All I'm saying is reread Homestuck.
We'll do that eventually.
Okay, my
Maybe
dog is sounding like she needs to go outside. So...
I guess now is a good time for a short intermission, I guess, right after we read the worst fucking thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
take a breather.
our brains.
I will be back.
Yeah.
I didn't read
need
any of it, so it's
a
fine.
breather too. That was fucking awful. Jesus Christ.
It could have been worse.
That was pretty good.
I'll just say that much. It could have been way worse.
Wait, how?
They could have tried to get John to join in.
Alright,
I hate you.
alright, alright. Alright, you know what? Sure.
This is so sad.
This is so sad.
Please donate to
I
my
forgot-
Patreon.
I forgot what
shit,
Vriska's
like
shoes look like, so I'm just gonna draw someone else's shoe.
I'm gonna have more of my popcorn. It's kind of lukewarm now.
Is that okay?
There's one
You know
okay.
That's probably okay.
I'm gonna go get my dessert pizza.
Your
I'm gonna
fucking
eat it
dessert
like a goddamn
pizza?
caveman.
I also forget what the rage symbol looks like, so I'm just gonna draw, like, literally just whatever. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now to ink this.
You're fast.
Yeah, I have, yeah. Sure.
So, the content that came out today, I think, has really started to change my mind.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm listening to this fucking album. I'm still listening to the Homestuck 2 album that came out. And honestly, it's making me feel kind of nostalgic. It's making me feel like, kind of good. And like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to be more okay with the direction Homestuck is going, even if I think it's fucking stupid.
It could be worse.
It could always be worse, but it could also always be so much better.
This is true. Everything can always be worse, and it can always be better.
Yeah. This is as
That could
good
be
as
said
it
of
gets. Oh, don't you know this is as good as it gets? I feel like I'm the greatest one in the world. You are my favorite girl. This is as good as it gets. What were you gonna say, Hedron?
I said that could be said of anything.
That's true.
Okay. Again, I don't know what Vriska's shoe looks like. If anyone wants to send me a reference, oh, I've already inked it, never mind.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm not putting this one up on the stream. I usually put your things up on the stream, but I already had to read that. I'm not
That's fine.
subjecting people to imagery of this.
I'm just trying to make it like funnier in my mind by imagining it as a Homestuck panel.
Good as it gets. Oh, don't you know this is as good as it gets? Nobody else in all the whole human race could know the look on your face. This is as good as it gets. Why does it hit me when I least suspect? My mouth is running when the mood's direct. I was actually pretty close to the actual rage symbol, I think. Also,
Yeah.
that's a Sonic shoe.
Yeah.
Damn, this is some saucy Sonic Gamzee art.
Yeah.
I'm still not putting it up on the stream.
do it, please.
You can't.
No, that's fine. You don't have to put it up on stream.
You
Yeah, I
can't.
don't want to make you. I'm not even looking at the stream right now.
I've
Why
had
would I
several
be?
people tell me that what I just read was the worst chapter. in a genuine sense. And you know what? I kind of agree.
I disagree.
Oh god, does it
You
get
know what?
worse?
No. I'm
Since
joking. I do agree. I lied.
Since you don't want to put it up on the stream, I'm posting it as a link in chat so that people can go look at it.
You're evil. You're fucking evil. How do I delete your fucking comment?
It's already too late. It's been up there long enough for people to look at it and pause.
Yeah. Whatever. I can't fucking... Oh no. Have you seen... You don't fucking read Homestuck too, so never mind. I was gonna ask if you'd seen Rose in the new update.
Oh yeah, Robo Rose?
No. There's another Rose. Candy Rose.
Oh.
Someone says that she looks like Ellen, and I don't agree. Fuck you for saying that she looks like Ellen.
Well,
looks
now
like
I need
Ellen?
to go look.
Candy Rose.
Okay. Who?
Rose from the route that we're reading right now.
Oh, okay. See, to me, Rose in this story, she looks like text.
I meant in Homestuck too.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking at her right now. I don't see it.
Sorry, send an image.
Hang on,
I'll
I
take
got
a
you.
look, and I will describe if she looks like Ellen or not.
Okay, hang
I
on.
don't think she does.
Let me... Oh, there it is.
I
Yeah.
got a picture.
Someone says that she looks like Ellen. I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't either. That doesn't look like Ellen.
She has a percentage of Ellen, but not enough to be described as Ellen.
Yeah.
Ellen-esque.
Also,
We are reaching closer to Ellen.
I think it's
but we're
just
not there
neat
yet.
seeing nondescript humans. And
That's cool. So who sees are these?
Yep.
I really hope
looking
they
at-
don't
I'm
continue the
looking at
trend
some
of
of these other
making every
panels.
fucking background character and everything ever the entire team. Like, that's fun if you do it a couple times, but when you make it every time, it's just annoying. I don't know if any of these are supposed to be self-inserts.
Look
They-
at this
they-
panel. Look at their faces.
Also, Jade has a paw for some reason.
I think it's the shit she's
Hold
wearing.
on. Where is... There it is.
Oh,
Also, God, that looks so much like a fucking vast air troll on the right there. Ugh.
oh
They're
yeah, I
just-
started reading Vast Error.
Oh, cool.
Is it bad?
I mean, it's not bad. I just don't
I
really
like
want to
it.
read it, and I've heard that it's bad. Well, that it's not that it's bad, but that it's not super great.
Okay.
I've been reading it so far, and I like it. The trolls are kind of very interesting.
I'm glad you like it. The only thing I know about Vast Air is that they made the Midnight Crew look pretty fucking cool, and also that Elsie is the peak of character design. She's canonically a trans woman, which is pretty fucking neat. But also her character design is just fucking outstanding.
Oh, did I just go to issue 24? Sorry, I was gonna say that I like seeing all the I like seeing other people in the Homestuck. It's actually really interesting. But it reminds me that in the IDW comics for Sonic, that's what they're doing as well. Like they have like nondescript people, and each and every time they're different people. Sometimes you get like the same person in some places, but they're completely different people, which is really cool. That means they had to go and make. They had to go and make like.
They had to get a bunch of
chart.
designs approved.
Yeah. And they did.
Also, God, their outfits look so good. Rose and Kanaya. This really is just like a top tier fashion show.
They look like after you've leveled your character up in an RPG, but different RPGs.
They do. Also, in the shot where you can see both of them at a distance, You can see that Rose kind of has an L, and then Gaia kind of has an M. Along Miriam.
Oh, that's neat. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's neat.
I feel like it must have been. And as usual, I really love the Omega Kids. I've grown on them. They've grown on me a lot. I think their designs are good. Is this a GIF? It is a GIF. It's a GIF, but it's not even showing up as something that can animate. Oh no, wait, that's just because I copied and pasted it. I'm an idiot.
Oh, frick. I've been trying to use ShareX for like the first time, and it's really difficult to get used to after using another program.
Oh yeah, I've been using ShareX forever.
Look at all these people!
Oh, look, Archie.
What?
Oh, I thought that looked like the Archies for a second, and then I zoomed in.
Nope.
That's cool.
Nobody is Archie here. Archie is dead.
Yeah, I like these designs.
Sometimes you get like individual characters, which they do repeat, and they're specifically the people that have a little bit more design to them. But it's usually just random people. That's really cool.
Is this on Angel Island?
Yes,
Okay.
they are on Angel Islands. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I mean, y'all know what's going on.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we waiting for again?
No, we're waiting for North to get back.
Yeah, he walking dog.
Okay.
I have returned.
Devil, there he is.
I made myself some tea. My dog not only went number 1, but she went number 2, so she shouldn't need anything except for her food at 6:30. So
Sweet.
she will probably bug me at least 30 minutes before then.
That's how animals usually be.
She's like, I know it's getting close to the time. Give me my food, whore.
Okay, my hands feel a little buttery, so I'm gonna go wash my hands. And then
I want my food now. I don't have
Buttery?
a time for actual time. I just know that it's close, so give it now.
That's how my cats are, and it's like, bitch, just wait.
Isn't it about time that you gave me my food?
I know,
I know it's about fucking time.
When it isn't there, isn't there.
Hell yeah, serenade us.
Corona got me having to make my own tea.
Blind with rage now, rip my cage now. Lose composure.
So I see that in this panel, Risk is in the same room as all the kids.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
also the same age as them.
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
because
when you
remember,
think
she
about
was the same.
No, it makes sense. I'm just saying it's weird.
it is super weird.
It is super weird. I'm a non-practicing Homestuck. That's good. Alright, I was gonna grab another bottle of water from the fridge, too. Candy 33.
Do you want me to still do narration, or do you want to?
Yes, and can I take over Vriska?
Well, what the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, I could do narration in that case, and then
Okay.
do you want to do Rose?
I can do Rose.
Alright, oh, fuck.
Sweet. We worked out something that works.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I wanted to try out Vriska. Give it a shot.
Wait a minute. What am I doing?
John.
John.
Oh, okay.
You're doing John.
All right.
John Septiceye.
John looks up to see Rose waving at him while hanging out the hatch of a troll cruiser. John tries to smile at her, but all he can muster is a weird, queasy expression. Rose looks glad to see him anyway. She drops to the ground when the modest cruiser comes in for a landing, followed out, regrettably, by her daughter, Vriska. Shit. John flies up to greet them, more quickly than he would ordinarily in a situation where he wasn't trying to divert his friends and her teenage daughter's attentions away from a couple making out in a bush. He dips forward like he's going in to hug Vriska, to her apparent surprise due to his historical complete lack of desire for any physical contact to be made between them, but instead uses his momentum to spin her all the way around so that her back is facing the cursed shrubbery in the distance.
Whoa, hey, old man. Fuck, that was not a good Vriska at all.
Oh, that's because it's this Vriska. That's why you wanted to voice this Vriska.
Actually, that wasn't why, but that works too. I didn't notice.
Yeah, that's the Vriska. It's not Brasket.
Whoa,
Yeah,
hey,
not
old man.
Why would you want to voice Brasket right now?
I feel like it'd be more like Briska than Braska.
That's what I was saying.
No, I like
Vriska.
Brasket though. Brasket
Brasket.
sounds cool.
Braska sounds like brisket. But to be
No,
fair, they all
Brasket.
sound like brisket. Whatever, don't worry about it. Whatever. Did you read the line?
Whoa, hey, old man. Ah, yeah, this is happening.
Hey, Briska. Hey, Rose. Nice to see you both.
John,
John and Rose appear equally surprised themselves when Vriska hauls him in to seal the deal with a crushing hug of her own. Oh my god!
Jeez. Hi, Briska.
Hi, John.
This is great. Just great. Hey, why don't we just go over here to talk for, like, no reason at all?
okay, if that's what you want.
Oh yeah, it's the thing I want most. The view on the other side of the ship is just amazing. Trust me.
Rose cocks an eyebrow at him. Behind her, the bush releases a strangled, lusty honk.
God.
I mean, you gotta make the noise. Okay.
Oh, me? Okay. Fucking.
Okay, I regret saying that. Okay, well, okay.
Don't ask for what you can't handle.
Never mind. Vriska, why don't you go and help your mother with the deployments?
Oh, I can't believe I have to actually listen to you now that we're at war.
Run along now, dear.
Thankfully, Vriska heeds her mother's command and heads back to the cruiser. Rose tries to glance back toward the source of the suspicious honk, but John pulls her behind the ship, beyond audible range of the activity taking place in the offensive bush. On this side of the cruiser, troops are departing the hold in single-file efficiency. They're all decked out in full Alternian military garb. It's the cool, Tron-looking stuff with the luminescent cording that matches their blood colors. Rose is wearing it too, John notices, in black and lavender. He gives her a concerned look up and down, then holds out his hands, palms up.
So, I guess this war is really happening?
Yes, I understand that you don't want to be involved, and I respect your decision. However, I wanted to speak with you before we left.
Oh, thanks. I actually appreciate that a lot. I think I would have been pretty bummed if you went off to your potential doom without saying goodbye. Now that I think about it, that's how all this started, isn't it? You were so sick that it looked like you were dying, and I was about to leave on a perilous mission. But now, here we are. It's almost like the circle of stupidity is complete.
Rose laughs.
I can't do a Rose laugh, I'm sorry.
It sounded like she was fake laughing.
There you go, that's Rose's laugh. There you go.
Don't be ridiculous, John. Nothing is complete. There is no true ending or beginning in this scenario.
Yeah, right. Because this is real life, right? I guess reading narrative relevance into a bunch of dumb and totally random events is kind of lame and childish.
No, that isn't what I meant at all. By all means, apply a narrative to our lives, up until a certain point. It would have been perfectly accurate to do so, but not anymore.
Because it's not canon, right?
Do you remember what I told you years ago about the 3 pillars of canon?
John strokes his chin and thinks very hard on this. Maybe too long, because Rose sighs and taps the bridge of his spectacles.
No is a perfectly valid answer to that question, John.
I just didn't want to make it look like I don't pay attention to your worldly philosophical babble.
I philosophically babble rather a lot, or at least I used to. It would be unfair of me to expect you to retain nearly 3 decades of oblique technical jargon regarding the metaphysics of the reality in which we inhabit.
Oh, wow. We've known each other for a long time.
Yes, we have. Well, it would be more accurate to say that we both have and haven't known each other a long time. As I explained to you on that morning 16 years ago, there are 3 critical features of canon: sagility, relevance, and truth.
Yeah.
We have been untethered from the mooring of truth for some time now, so while we, in our subjective experiences of conscious perception, feel in this moment that we have known each other for a very long time, technically it's not true at all.
Contemplating the vastness of that statement makes John feel suddenly very small and sad. He shuts his eyes and runs a hand through his hair. I forgot I was narrating.
Okay. John also
I was waiting
feels
for you to
small.
say something.
Oh my god, Rose, it's too early in the morning for all this.
I agree, and besides, that's not what I wish to speak to you about. John, look at me.
Rose
That
wraps
right?
her narrow hands around John's
Oh,
arms
no, no, no,
and pulls him
no, no,
gently
no, no,
towards
no,
her.
no, no,
He cracks his eyes open to see her face
No,
glimmering in the late
no.
morning sun.
no.
Her eyes are glossy and bright in the gleaming light. Is there a problem?
Simple reminder is fine.
It's okay.
Rose wraps her narrow hands around John's arm and pulls him
Oh
gently
god,
toward
Discord
her.
is fucking
He cracks
dying.
his
Holy
eyes
shit.
open to see her face
Oh
glimmering
my
in the
God.
late morning sun. Her eyes are glassy and bright in the gleaming light.
Holy shit, Discord
Red-
is fucking dying.
Red like a...
Oh
Red
god,
like
my
a lava.
Discord's breaking. Hang
Oh,
on a
it's
second.
Discord. It's everybody's Discord.
God damn
Is
it,
it fixed?
Discord.
Oh, mine's good now.
Okay, I'll read it once more. Rose wraps her narrow hands around John's arms and pulls him gently toward her. He cracks his eyes open to see her face glimmering in the late morning sun. Her eyes are glossy and bright in the gleaming light.
I want to thank you.
For what? Didn't I
Fuck.
everything up by not going to fight Lord English? It's my fault we're all living in this meaningless hell world where everyone's vaguely out of their minds and we're all about to go to war over freeing prisoners from the whipping cream camps. What?
What?
Whatever.
When did that happen? I feel like there's some fucking information I was not privy to.
Yeah, like, what? The fuck
I
is
mean,
that?
there's probably a lot of information we are not privy to because we weren't here for the quote-unquote years they've spent together.
That's true, but also fucking camps?
Hold on, let me kick this dog out of my room. Get out! Get out with
Is this fucking like World War II and Homestuck?
God, yeah. Isn't that cool how
with the
Jane is
way-
literally Hitler?
Jane is literally Hitler.
Remember Jane,
Homestuck
classic character in Homestuck who was literally Hitler?
Yep.
Remember classic Jane?
Silly little
I don't like modern Jane, sorry.
This is...
Alright, I'm back.
What can I say?
Who's Jane? I only know not Jane.
Ah, you're right.
Okay, so from the whipping cream camps.
Okay.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, whatever. The war is just as irrelevant as everything else that's happened here in the last decade and a half. At least with a conflict, we have something to do. Something to strive for and against. Something to believe in. I'm thankful for that, but more than anything, John,
Oh my
I'm thankful that I got a chance to be happy. I never...
Rose pauses meaningfully, as if the realization is falling into place as she says it.
I never thought I would actually get to be happy.
Rose, you weren't happy before when you married Kanaya? Before you got sick? When we were all together?
Rose shakes her head. She brushes past John out toward the open field, away from the brewing battle. The land is so flat that it rushes out to meet the horizon uninterrupted for miles and miles. Rose is a pale flame against the brilliant haze of a perfect Earthsea morning. John doesn't follow after her. He lets her compose herself privately with her back to him. She clasps her hand in front of her and raises her head to look at the perfectly blue sky with its perfect sun and its perfect clouds, unmarred by the dark storm brewing on the planet below.
In complacency of the...
She corrects herself.
In the silly wizard story I wrote when I was a child, the realm most comparable to heaven existed in a state of subliminal conditionality dependent on the science of the individual experiencing it, which is to say that it would cease to exist the moment you realized what it was. And so, those with knowledge could never truly be happy.
John looks at his hands. The same hands that held Harry Anderson when he was a baby. The same hands that tore up Teresa's photograph just a few hours ago. The same hands that remember steadying Rose on her sickbed 16 years ago. And the shaking feeling they'd awoken with that morning. A subharmonic symphony that can only be heard in the bones. All things that remain true to him. Knowledge of what came before his choice and then after. There are things that he can't forget. That he won't forget. Is this the reason he felt like this for so many years?
But that isn't me anymore. I'm blind against the veil of this world. It's all ambrosia to me. I don't care if it's not true. I care even less if it's not canon. I have a beautiful wife who I love more than I thought possible, and a daughter whom I am immersively proud of.
Immeasurably.
Fuck.
In the same Rose voice. Fuck.
Immeasurably proud of. It can be all senseless. What is that word?
It can all be senseless, ephemeral.
It can all be senseless, ephemeral noise that dissolves in the void, a whisper swept up by the wind before it's uttered. I'm still grateful to have felt this way.
You don't have to keep reading it!
You don't have to take my job away! Jeez, what are you, the government?
Sorry.
Anyway... Just tell me how to pronounce the word.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral noise that dissolves in the void, a whisper swept up by the wind before it's uttered. I'm still grateful to have felt this way. So, John...
Rose turns around, smiling. The smile is calm and honest. Her eyes are perfectly clear. There is no other word that could possibly do justice to her expression. She looks happy.
Thank you.
She comes forward to give him a kiss on the cheek. John wraps his arms around her shoulders, pulls her into a tight hug, and breathes in the scent of her hair. Whatever the truth of the matter is, she still feels tangible and real to him. What does it mean to be real anyway? Around them, the first wave of bombs start to go off. Bright pinpricks of light and dark that flash and flame out, leaving a nanosecond of absolute dead silence in their wake. John's laughing when they part. They're enveloped in a cloud of smoke and dirt so thick that they can barely see each other. Despite what Rose said about there being no ends or beginnings for them anymore, it feels very final. And in that moment, he thinks he understands. Finality was always up to him. He finally decides to allow it.
The fuck does that mean?
Who knows?
And then he died.
And then John killed himself.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought that was pretty good. This I may be a bit biased because during a lot of the Rose speech, there was this really fucking cool anime song playing, and it made me really hyped for the scene. So I'm gonna give that. This was honestly kind of boring, but I think that kind of improved the experience for me.
It was nice.
It was nice. Rose seems to have found contentment, even though this is fucking stupid. I'm gonna say 1 out of 2.
Who cares if I'm not real? I have a wife and kids.
You know what? That's a good thing to stand by.
That's a 1 out of 2.
I don't have a wife and kids. I'm not even real, frick.
Yeah. God, why is it so fucking hot in here?
Maybe it's from the previous chapter. Got you in steamy.
I will kill you. I will kill you double dead. I will kill you 5 times.
Coward. Do it then. Go out there. Get the virus. Come get me.
I want to.
Please don't.
I
care
won't.
about you
I won't.
both.
I won't really kill you. Don't worry.
Are
Yet.
you gonna kill me then, coward?
I said yet.
It won't be canonical. It'll be on a different timeline.
That's if you can
Okay,
find.
that's it. I'm pouring fucking water on my computer.
That's how she's gonna kill me, but she's gonna kill all of you in the process.
Yeah, that's how it works. You die when my computer
Do you
does.
think you have the stomach to kill me, June?
No, I don't.
I live another day.
I would be too sad.
Could
God, I
you kill
finally
me
checked
if you really needed to?
Oh, fuck.
June, you were.
Harry Anderson's here!
Oh shit.
Candy,
Why would-
34, let's go! Hey, Harry
Oh my
Anderson, guess where I
Oh, yeah.
am?
Yeah, let me review it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't let you review it? Go ahead. Sorry, Hadron. I got ahead of myself.
You were too busy trying to kill me.
I was really excited for Harry Anderson.
It was good. Okay, continue.
No, oh, that's your review.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Candy, 34.
Hello.
Hey, Harry Anderson, guess where I am?
What? Who's this? I can't hear you.
Vriska cups her hand around the receiver of her phone and shouts over the artillery barrage.
It's me, idiot! The hot babe you're lucky enough to have gotten to second base. God damn it, this reads. This is such fucking cringe. I love how cringe
Oh, hi,
it is.
Vriska. What's up? I don't remember the voice I gave Harry Anderson.
I implored you to guess where I am! I voiced Harry Anderson, that's why you don't remember.
No, I did voice Harry Anderson, I think.
Nope, you voiced Vriska.
I think you voiced him as a baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been
that's
as a
right.
baby. It's much different
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, much different. Based on the horrible racket in the background, I'm gonna guess the battle outside the city.
Ha ha! I told you my moms were gonna hook me the fuck up with a sweet military commission. I'm officially in the rebellion, sucker!
I'm watching the battle out my window right now. Are you sure it's safe for you to be out there, Vriska? I'd kinda hate it if you died before we got to third base.
Yeah, whatever. I'm basically a mortal bitch. I'm gonna breeze through here like a high money roller getting sweepstakes at the blackjack table.
You should probably actually gamble once in your life before you try to make gambling metaphors, babe, because that was dire.
Excuse you, but Tavros totally snuck me into Uncle Jake's poker game last month. It was immoderately lit.
Wait, are you still hate dating Davros?
Yeah? Why wouldn't I be?
Oh man, he's so pathetic. I hate saying that.
Yeah, that's the point, Harry Anderson.
How do you stand kissing him? He's so weird and always mysteriously sticky for some reason. Please tell me you haven't gone to third base with him.
A girl does not kiss and tell, Harry dearest.
Okay, well, as
Also,
long as
by
you
the
don't
way, I
touch
fucking
me
hate
after...
that this is a thing that's happening.
Okay, well, as long as you don't touch me after feeling up his weird, clammy body.
I'm not gonna get a chance to feel either of you up for a while, considering I'm an important baller in Karkat and Mina's badass revolutionary army. Oh, I asked if they could squeeze you in. They said they were just out of openings. Sorry, dude. Lol.
Did you just call me to brag? What else is going on out there?
Oh, who knows? Oh, your dad is here.
What? I thought he didn't want anything to do with the war.
Yeah, well, he says that, but he's here right now, and my mom's saying a bunch of gay shit to him. They're hugging and reminiscing about how old and sad they are or whatever.
Huh.
What?
I really thought my father might come see me for my birthday this year.
Welp, them's the breaks, kid. Wait, that's
Man,
a B.
you can
That's
be-
a B. That's a B. That's not an 8. That's a B instead of an 8. You fucked
done.
up. You fucked up. You're gonna die. Terrible.
Man, you can be such a
I'm going
shitty
to die.
girlfriend sometimes.
Maybe I'm inspired to be a less than ideal mate spirit when I'm in the presence of weakness. Ever consider that?
Unbelievable.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you. Don't be such a baby about it. It's a total turnoff. I'm sure your dad cares about you very much. Maybe chill out.
Yeah, whatever. He's always getting all weepy whenever I talk to him anyway. I don't think I could have another... I don't think I could have taken another round of him choking back tears while apologizing to me about what happened with me and your mother, Harry. I mean, God, he's not even fucking drunk when he does this. That might actually be the most embarrassing part.
Yeah, Lamau. Now that you mention it, I think he's actually crying right now. I think I can overhear... wait.
Oh, no, 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 no!
No,
Oh, no!
no, no,
Oh,
no, 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 bad, bad.
Detective
Curse my
hears
eyes!
a sound echoing above the post-booming silence. It's a sound that she knows from hard-won experience.
Can you get closer to your
mean only one
microphone,
thing.
please? I have you at literally the maximum volume I can make you.
I can only drag my microphone so far.
Okay. Then do it.
Take your microphone.
It's literally as far as it can go, and
That's
it's
actually a lot better, what you're doing
okay,
right now.
Fine. Friska stops trying to eavesdrop John's blubbering for a moment. She's distracted by another noise. She whips her head around to detect an all too familiar sound echoing above the post-booming silence. It's a sound that she knows from hard-won experience. And the only one thing, there's a clown nearby.
I think I hear... Gamzee?
Gamzee.
Yes,
My
who...
Auntie Jane's
oh,
Gamzee?
yes, who else could I mean? He's around here somewhere.
So what? I see him every day. He sucks.
So what? He's like Jane's left-hand man.
No, he's neutral, remember?
That's not how Commander Vantis feels. He says he's a total bastard, a traitor to his kind.
Yawn.
The dust beginning to settle around Vriska's ankles, she scans the tree line and brings all her attention to bear on this curious rhythm of noises coming from nearby. Beckoning from the underbrush, she pushes toward it through the thorny shrubbery.
Oh. There's a bounty out for his arrest. Damn, they'll probably put him in front of a tribunal if we can get our hands on him.
Oh, I changed my mind. This sounds good, actually. Invite me to the execution, please?
I could capture the high fucking priest Makara. They'd promote me to like third in command of the whole joint. Fuck yeah!
Well, good luck with that. Call me if you want to hook up after the battle.
Naturally.
John's wiping away a tear with his sleeve when he catches the sight of Vriska, innocently wandering toward the very bush where he'd just abandoned Brasket to sort out her confusing exhibition of unexpected and deeply profane lust. Now that the battle has
I'm detracting a point
stilled,
just for that sentence.
he can overhear the vile melody of blasphemous union.
I'm detracting a half point
That's-
for that sentence.
That's that noise again. I knew I wasn't imagining it.
Oh no. No, 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 Vriska, wait, don't!
John runs to intervene, but it's too late. Vriska pushes aside the last of the fronds, separating her from her quarry with a triumphant...
Ha!
Vriska's huge, mischievous smile freezes on her face when her eyes pass the image to her brain, and it finally makes sense of this incomprehensible jumble of gray limbs, blue and purple, a slob-tangled black hair and stunned faces. Her expression begins to slowly melt. It then drifts quickly from phase to phase. to one of wonder, then anguish, and finally abject horror.
Oh God.
Vriska and Brasket both start shrieking at a pitch John's only ever heard one time before. It was a sound that once accompanied the end of everything. A sound that once heard the night he dreamt in anime.
So that's getting a negative 0.5.
Wow.
That was actually not too bad until the end there.
Yeah.
It was okay. But sure didn't stay okay.
Yeah! You can say that again.
Negative 0.5 out of 2. And tweet.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I wish I had a fucking... I had a more permanent solution to getting my hair out of the way. I have a hairband,
It's
but
called a hair tie.
You can cut it.
Look, I actually do want to get a haircut again. Because I'm gonna be honest, my haircut looks so much better.
I mean, I have two suggestions for you. One, a hair clip, and then a hair tie.
Still down here. What did it go? Ugh, guess it's not down there. Cool.
No, just me. Sorry.
What?
Yes.
No, I was looking on the other side of the room. If we're on the other side of the room, that would be more confusing.
No, I was talking about whatever under whatever.
No, it would have find very small space in between
I'd
my
fit.
desk
Yeah,
and
I'd fit.
another shorter desk, whatever.
I'd fit.
He would.
No, you
I'd
wouldn't.
fit. I'd fit.
Absolutely could not
Try,
fit
he's
here.
tiny, dude.
I'd
He
fit.
would.
I'd fit.
It's
I
less.
am
There's
too
less
fit.
than there's less than 1
I-
foot of space.
I'd fit.
Jude, I'll put this into perspective for you. He's smaller than me, and you've seen me.
You know what? You're right. You are
I like
absolutely
how anything
fucking-
smaller than you qualifies me to sit in whatever small space she's talking of.
Yeah, no, that works for me. I'm in muffin.
Muffin?
A muffin?
I have buy a muffin.
You got a muffin?
I have muffin just because of
A muffin? You
Mm-hmm.
got a muffin?
Ah.
Muffin.
I have that. I still have that ruby blanket, by the way. Ready?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna use it to tie my hair back.
That's not gonna work, but
Yeah,
okay.
nope, it's working. Would you like
How
some
the-
video evidence?
What the hell? How do you... It's a blanket, not a hair tie.
It
What
works
the-
for me.
Okay, okay. You look fucking stupid, but
I know. I know I do. God, North, for a second I thought your fucking profile picture was RJ Lake. You probably don't know who that is.
What this is from?
No, I remember what it's from.
Y'all know who RJ Lake is?
No.
I'm gonna cry. Nobody knows about music.
You were
Fucking Vulcan is at it again. He just made the design for a 4th Omega kid, which I wish this was real. Please be real.
That would be nice.
I don't even mind that her name is Yiffy. I don't fucking care.
Anyways, this chapter was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's move on.
Yeah.
Renaissance. This album has been pretty fucking nice to us. 35. And then we're gonna be jumping back over to meat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could do a little
Yeah.
intermission because I think I'm gonna have to eat dinner here.
Oh, after 35?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check.
I should probably get lunch. I mean, yeah, lunch. It's about
I
time
mean, we
for
should
lunch.
probably all. I mean, all I've eaten today is just dessert pizza that I have on my desk, so that's not really food.
I think I'll just fucking leave the album on loop after this chapter, and I'll just go get Popeyes.
There you go.
Because I woke up this morning really wanting Popeyes.
Just fucking, like, stay safe and sanitize the fuck out of yourself when you get back.
Yeah. I have a mask and gloves, don't worry.
Lysol.
Why do I have a
We're
thing?
almost done.
What me and my family's been doing is anytime anyone goes out, the moment we get back, throw off all our clothes in the garage and then run into a shower.
Oh, cool. Stable.
Decontaminate!
Yeah, no, we
I haven't.
literally have a contamination box.
I haven't left the house.
That works too.
No.
Just staying home works. I haven't had to decontaminate for days.
The only time I leave is when I walk my dog.
I mean,
And the
that's-
only thing I'm paranoid about is, like, obviously I have to pick up my dog's poop, so, like, I have to grab these baggies from, this, I don't even know what to call it. It's just, like, the little stands? I don't know. It's just a bin
Oh,
with a
like-
pole attached to it that also
Oh,
has
the
the
poop
bags. Yeah,
But
so, like,
like,
the only thing I worry about is if I go to pick up one of the bags, like, let's say somebody had corona and they...
Yeah,
like,
no, there's a solution for that. Do you have any gloves you can put on before you go out?
Nope.
Well,
I've just been fucking grabbing the bags and...
well,
and-
you know what? There's a different thing you can do. You have sandwich baggies, right? Put that shit over your hand. Oh.
What I do is, like, when I go out and I grab the bag, obviously I throw the bag out after I, you know, pick up whatever. So what I'll do is, once I get rid of the bag, when I go back inside, I'll wash my hands.
That works.
I just want
And
to
I
point out.
have
Go ahead.
I was just saying I have a kind of soap that's like an antibacterial. So
Oh, kind of like hand sanitizer.
it's soap, but yeah, sure.
Anyways, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna
This
say.
chapter was good.
I was gonna say. I really appreciate how that on the album art for the new album, he has his muscles. I just wanted to.
Good.
I'm good. I'm doing good. Yeah, of course I'm good. What are you talking
Do
about?
not have muscles?
Why?
Candy 35. While John dealt with the
Hooray!
sight by immediately turning and walking away, and the Earth Vriska dove into a nearby bush for safety, Vriska is contending with her predicament through willful denial. She's resolved to do everything in her power to prevent herself from thinking about the situation directly behind her. It is a situation which, if she could bear to look at it, would strike her as the precise intersection between the most humiliating moment of her existence, an unprecedented circus mishap, and a gruesome crime scene. Her attempt to ignore the unspeakable catastrophe behind her may have nearly worked if not for the reminder provided by the many fresh bloodstains on her shirt. Not only stains of her own familiar hue, but others of a most unwelcome color mingling with them. A color she never imagined she'd see contaminating her cool and casual ensemble, and certainly not in a context like this. Her attempt to distract herself, to delay the inevitable engagement with her poor judgment, would not fly for much longer. Sooner or later, she would have to turn around and confront the fact that she just kissed a very smelly clown head-on. No, she doesn't want to. She won't. There's a rustling in the grass behind her as Gamzee shifts his grotesque, supine length. Nope, she covers her ears. She remembers the shame and excruciation of her childhood, the fear, the pressure, being coerced to do awful things to undeserving kids. All that embarrassing effort she spent trying to emulate her ancestor. She threw every bit of herself into that role. In recent years, reflecting on the charade has only made her cringe. And what couldn't have been even more than an hour ago, she was on the precipice of watching the glorious defeat of Lord English, after unleashing a secret weapon that she went to the bother of retrieving and wielding against him. And then... No, she doesn't want to dwell on that moment. It was almost as bad as kissing a juggalo. Almost. But nothing can compete with this. Nothing could even come close. Yet as she stands there, feeling soiled and ashamed, there's no denying it. The moment she stuck her tongue in that heinous mouth of that frisky, unwashed jester... This is getting another -3, by the way. She began jackhammering through the stubborn concrete of rock bottom like she was digging up the corpse of a mob snitch. Hey, Vriska, my bootylicious baby bitch. Your bad bone daddy that's getting to be a chilly motherfucker from this dank summer breeze. Why don't we get our wicked snuggle on down in this grass we just made all nasty in?
Oh my god, he wants aftercare snuggles.
She shudders. Somehow during her self-incriminating reverie, she'd managed to forget that she's not even Vriska anymore. She's Briska. I'm not saying Brasket. I like Briska better.
Oh, whatever.
She scans the bushes and spots her. The 16-year-old girl who'd somehow earned the right to call herself Vriska. The adopted teen daughter of Rose and Kanaya Merriam Lalonde. The person who, for all anyone knew, might be an exact genetic double of Vriska herself. Not that she had any grounds to object. She missed her shot. Snatched shame from the jaws of glory and washed up on the shores of this candy-coated shithole of an approximation of what a paradise planet might look like to certain individuals. The small sob she's been stifling finally comes out. Tears cut through the oily, shining mask of blue, purple, and mud on her face. Hey, beautiful, is something motherfucking the matter? We can talk all open at each other about the sad noise happening in our bosom now that we made all the sordid pledge to practice the wicked intimacy on the motherfucking regular. Brisket nearly vomits, holds it together. She wipes the tears off her face in a flurry of indignant motions, smearing the blood around. She looks at her hands, notices the blood, and continues cleaning her face, using her tears as a solvent and wiping the blood on her shirt.
Gamzee, can you just not talk? For just a little while, so I can... I don't know, just be quiet.
Her final sniffle is a snort of anger. If anything else, she's learning something about herself today. Nothing sobers her up emotionally, quite like the post-amorous insubordination of a raunchy clown. It's almost like a smelling salt. She sneers, revealing a fang, and spins on her head to face him.
Did you hear what I fucking said?
If his infuriating exclamation was just a whiff of the smelling salt, actually looking directly at him again is like upending the whole barrel and pouring it all over her face. She recoils involuntarily, but regroups. Her gaze sweeps across his entire ungainly form from head to foot. Excuse me. He's got his head propped up with one arm, elbow in the grass. His legs are crossed, his face is a disaster. One eye swollen shut, nose broken, widely smiling mouth split vertically down the lips. And hanging from his mouth is that a baby bottle? She doesn't even want to think about where he might have been concealing it at this time. What sort of milk was that? It's another question she immediately wishes she hadn't just asked herself. She curls the other side of her lip to reveal both fangs now. She stomps forward, plants her left foot in the ground, and uses her right to punt the baby bottle clean of his mouth, sending it flying several hundred yards to land just beyond a distant row of trees. The rubber nipple remains stuck in his clenched teeth, his face now coated with a good portion of the punted bottle's milk. Ah, motherfuck, sugar puss. My nana nectar. Vriska presses her foot down on his chest and pins his back flush against the grass. He exhales with a startled wheeze at the sudden force.
You better fucking listen up, Makara. I don't know what you may have thought, this was? Whatever the fuck it was that just happened here. But let me clue you in. It was nothing. Nothing happened here. Do we understand each other, you reprehensible, maladrous piece of shit?
Oh. She glares down at him with an intensity that would cause any other man to wither, were he not a reeking pile of circus manure. Gamzee's expression, however, remains steadfast in its vaguely lewd sense of sincerity. He simply gazes back at her, his smile simply broadening. The milk seems to be mixing with the blood on his face. Huh? What was that?
Serenity.
Oh. I thought that's... Oh, I meant to say that. Fuck. Vaguely lewd sense of serenity. Serenity. He simply gazes back at her, his smile slowly broadening. The milk seems to be mixing with the blood on his face, slightly lightening the tint of purple. She hears a faint digital clicking somewhere. What is that? It seems to be coming from behind her. He turns around.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
At the end of his long, outstretched arm, his hand is working a smartphone. He's smearing blood on the screen as he's typing a text to someone. Even at a casual glance, Vriska can tell he's going to the bother of alternating capital and lowercase letters in the text, making it take more than twice as long. Somehow this makes her even more pissed off about it than if he were just broadcasting their snoggo fiasco without the use of a typing quirk. It just goes to... I just got to fucking tell my number one inverted brother about all what just got did. He and I aren't as tight as the boys we used to roll as, but he should get his kick on about what a highly unanticipated yet bitchin' piece of hot and heavy horseplay was just made to partook.
You were just made to? Why, you fucking... You're not telling Carcat about this! You're not telling anyone! Do you hear me, clown?
Lol, motherfucking shame on me for failing to recognize up and sooner how cute you are when you're angry. This is getting a -4, by the way. Now why don't you come all settle your worked up wiggler ass down here with your salty new rumpus uncle so I can snap some motherfucking selfies. My firm yet slippery little passion peach.
Give me that!
I'm gonna drink some water because holy shit, that's rough on my throat.
Maybe somebody else should do the narration since you're doing Gamzee.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna have me do it, but you
No.
Okay, fine then. I'll just play Animal Crossing.
Actually, God, I need I need a fucking break. You can take this one.
All right, hey.
I can do the narration. I'm doing literally nothing.
Okay, take it.
Yeah, no, Hedrick got a point.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Give me a moment. Hold on. Sorry.
God.
You got me. You got me at the wrong time. I was taking out all these form.
You offered.
Yes, I offered, but hold on. Let me put these corn puffs away.
Oh my god!
Okay, the corn puffs are away. Thank you.
You're welcome?
Thank you.
I
She
said
snatches
you're
the
welcome.
phone. Thank you. She snatches the phone out of his hand, holds it from either side, and breaks it in half. She then spikes both pieces down at him, missing, but causing him to flinch nonetheless.
No selfies, no texts, no nothing! Which fucking part of you're not telling anyone is so hard to understand? This never happened! Not a single fucking word of this is ever going to be breathed, whispered, or honked to anybody. Least of all, any insinuation that this is something I made you do. You get me, fuckface? I didn't make you do anything. You were slobbering all over my fucking foot while I was beating the shit out of you. I saw that look on your face, and you saw how your codpiece was, like... Okay, never mind that. I mean, once we were actually... You were totally into... Don't even try to convince me you weren't like... Ah! Why am I even talking about this? I don't need to justify myself to a disgusting, horny piece of filth like you!
Gamzee's expression changes slightly. He retains his unfortunate aura of amorous placidity.
Listen,
Placidity?
I cleaned up The corn puffs. I can read.
Okay.
Yamsey's expression changes slightly. He retains his unfortunate aura of amorous placidity, but there's now a hint of sadness.
I don't know about all the business you said, Honey Nips. But I've got to feeling that wonder in my heart which says maybe I got erotically bushwhacked here. I'm so confused, I don't hardly know which way is up anymore about my original ones for the nasty dance we just did. Maybe the truth of the shit is more like I got the advantage taken of me. I will fucking kill him. -4.
Briska's
I'm not gonna go lower than -4, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Briska's face contorts with rage.
You son of a bitch. This was consensual. If anyone didn't consent to this horror show, it was me, retroactively.
Briska, I got to motherfucking say, this whole experience has left a motherfucking feeling a little bit uncomfy, unrespected, used and maybe also just an itty little bit unsafe.
I don't care if you feel unsafe. You're a lying, disingenuous puddle of sideshow puke, and I don't believe for a second you meant any of that. The only thing that matters here is that you keep your fucking mouth shut about what we just did.
Briska, my mean queen, squeezed and borderline sexual villain. I got reasons of self-protection against your problematic hollers that I should keep the wicked shit zipped, just like you say. Tell it to me, motherfucking straight turbo tush. Do these look like loose lips to you?
If Briska were to be honest, Gamzee's swollen, battered mouth was just about the most structurally incontinent feature she had seen on a person's face. That limp, floppy maw couldn't keep a cantaloupe secure, much less a secret. She drops down and straddles him in a way that is unmistakably non-amorous, even to an extraordinary, obtuse, randy juggalo. She puts her shaking hands around his neck and grips tight. She positions her face inches from his, hissing hot breath through her clenched teeth.
No one is going to find out about this, you fucking bastard. No one will ever know, so help me God.
Briska is so furious, she has no way of pinpointing the exact moment her intent stopped being intimidating him into silence and started being guaranteeing his silence. Forever. She knows this imposter was never a real god tier. She's always known, just like everyone else. Once he's gone, he'll be gone for good. She just needs another minute. Her grip goes tighter, and she feels the throbbing pulse beneath her hands gradually subside. His arms flail, grab at hers, clutch at her wrists. He's alarmingly strong, but at this particular moment, not as strong as her. And then, she lets go. His face is frozen in a repellent mask, exhibiting the perfectly undetectable difference between terror and ecstasy. He's dead. Briska exhales forcefully, staggers to her feet, shaking. She backs up a few steps, studying the corpse. If her body language signals any remorse or sadness, the witness in the bushes certainly can't tell.
That's you, June.
Eep.
Oh.
Shit.
Briska had already forgotten about her, somehow. Her stylishly dressed teen duplicate, who surely just witnessed not only the original feat of debauchery, but all of the compromising activity which followed as well. Briska should probably need to have a few words with her.
Oh wait, that's not brisket.
Vriska stands up slowly from the bush, obviously trying not to look at the lifeless clown. She puts a hand behind her head and seems to be casting about desperately for the right thing to say during such a moment. But soon, It's clear she's given up. Vriska doesn't blame her. She can't imagine there being anything in anybody's life that would adequately prepare them to have a snappy response ready for a situation like this.
Hey.
Sup?
So
And
Gamzee's
then
dead, but
Bris-
that doesn't improve the chapter. This is getting a -4.
And
I
then
mean,
Vriska killed her too. No
I mean, to be
survivors.
fair, it does somewhat make it better because that means we never have to see that shit again.
I hope he's
Hang
actually
on.
dead in meat as well, though. Right? He has to be.
He's still in the fridge in me. So, yeah, he's, as far as we're concerned, he's not even around.
Should be dead because he's
He's-
been in the
he- no,
fridge
I
for
mean,
God
he's
knows
just-
how long.
I mean, he's just plain not around.
I mean, you also have to remember that Gamzee has to go and raise the cherubs eventually, somehow. Right?
Yeah, that's what Meat
That just
Gamzee
happened.
does.
Yeah, that's probably what Meat Gamzee does. He probably goes through the meteor and... Yeah, you're my children now. Dang. How messed up is that?
Hang on a second.
Imagine if your dad was Gamzee.
I don't think I'd be okay.
Nope. I mean,
Probably would have had more interaction with my father that way.
So, I just want to let you know we're not done with Gamzee.
What do you mean?
Oh my god! Is he pulling his face back into his ass? Because
No.
I hope
No, that's a
happening.
corpse. That's a fucking corpse.
Oh, okay.
For now.
for now.
For now.
Until he gets brought back to life.
Yeah, I have no fucking doubt at this point that Jane is going to bring Gamzee back to life, because that's a dead body, and as previously established, she needs a body to bring someone back to life.
Damn it!
Why don't
No!
you around?
Fuck.
So wait, she needs a body. Could she revive people that have been, like, cremated?
No.
No? Okay.
At least I don't think so.
Well, she's just never tried.
This is true.
She might make living dust, though, for a brief moment.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, right. I'm gonna say this was worse than the other one. So this is a -4 out of 2, completely unironically. It was that bad.
Boy.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about that. That was fucking awful.
Could have been worse.
I hope not.
It can always be worse. You just refuse to think about how it could be worse.
I don't
but
want to
do.
think about it, okay? Don't make me think about it. Fuck you.
My mind thinks about it all the time. Therefore, I sometimes like to impart that knowledge onto others so I feel less crazy.
Yeah,
But
so...
for now, you will be spared.
So, I guess we should take a break now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna let the album go on loop, and I want you to tell me on mobile if it's
Okay, what?
if it you have to tell me via the text whether it'll actually show up, because I'm gonna charge my AirPods while I'm gone,
Okay.
which means I won't be able to hear. So I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna mute my mic.
You're good. Okay. Just make your own footage at home.
Okay, this is BRB now. We'll be back.